good, people? Oh, I have to go all the way down. What's good? We got Elder in the building. We got Elder in the building. We got Horizon. Keon, what up? Let's get the lights up, y'all. Y'all walk in. What's good, Elder? How you been? I see you do your thing, man. I see you serving God's work. What's good? I'm chilling. You know, getting to it early. I got some things to do, so I'm just gonna move around some, you know. Yeah, Golden State fans saying that? That's crazy. I don't know how Golden State fans saying Lakers ducking them. It's common sense for the Lakers. If you got the 3rd seed locked up, it's common sense not to play no guys at the last game of the season. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how they say that. To me, if Minnesota match up with the Lakers better than me. Yeah, it's April. Yeah, I know April. This your time where y'all have that big festival every year in April. Yeah, I remember. I was telling somebody when I live the other day, I said I said Elder be busy right now. This is the most busiest time. April and October, right? I think it's April and October is your most busiest time. But I think, to me, everybody got their own opinion, but to me, I think Minnesota is more of a threat than Golden State. Minnesota's a threat, man. Because they got guys who could defend. They got guys who could defend, and then their offense been a little better this year. They got guys who could defend, and I will never go into a brand new playoff series and say, okay, this player here never do nothing in the playoffs, so we don't have to worry about them. I'd never do that. I see people all the time do that. They be like, oh, we don't got to worry about this player because he don't do nothing in the playoffs. Like people saying about Harden. Oh, Denver don't need to be worried about Harden. Harden don't do nothing in the playoffs. You can't go by that. You can't go by that. You can't do that. You cannot go by somebody's history and just bank it as they're not going to do anything. Do that. Everything is fresh. Yes, he has a history of struggling. Yes, Julius Randle has a history of struggling, but that's not end all be all. That's not end all be all. You can't do that. Let's get the lights up, y'all. We only got 5 likes, man. And I got a lot of people in blue and only 5 likes. That's criminal. That's criminal right there. We got 5 people, 5 likes, and there's way more people with blues in the likes. Come on, y'all. Pay attention. See, you know, I was saying the other day where I was saying the NBA, the problem with the NBA, you have, and this is the problem, Markieff Morris just getting into the media. Marcus Morris just getting into the media, and he already with the BS. This is why the NBA is so sad. He said, Marcus Morris, give me one second, let me get past these people right here. Yeah, the NBA, this is the problem. Hold on. This is the problem I have with the NBA. This is why the NBA in big trouble. I told you I broke down a lot of the reasons why the NBA in big trouble, and this is another reason. Marcus Morris said if Giannis lose, he just need to go to another team. He just need to go. Now he's supposed to be the veteran. He's supposed to be a hard-nosed veteran in his mid-30s, a hardcore veteran in his mid-30s. This is why the young kids is the way they is today. And they be like, oh, this is the reason why. How you going to say if they lose, he should go to another team. He should go to Miami. Like, what do Miami, this is the problem. Y'all got the media, I don't know if they tell him, I don't know what that be about. But it bothers me where it's like, you try to throw, oh, he had to go to Miami. What did Miami do? What do Miami do to deserve or to say, okay, if we go to Miami, they could build the championship? The Bucks won the championship. They Giannis got hurt a lot of times in the playoffs, and Dame hurt right now. And they got a champ. People can say what they want. They got a championship team. They spends the money. They spent a lot of money on Doc Rivers. I heard Darvin Ham get a lot of money. Darvin Ham is like a high-paid assistant coach. Doc Rivers is a double digits. I think it's 10 to 12 million a year. They spending the money. What's the purpose? Leave to do what? It's not like, see, now if a team not trying, if a team not trying, and if a team not trying and they not doing nothing to prove their roster, and they got, you know, ways to do things, they just not doing it. But you just saying he just needed to go to a bigger market in Miami. Milwaukee, I don't know if people know, guys like Elder know, Milwaukee always had, Milwaukee, I don't consider Milwaukee as a weak franchise. They always put together good teams. Yeah, everybody can't win it, but they had, especially in the 80s, they had Marcus Johnson, Bob Lanier. They had Marcus Johnson, Bob Lanier, Paul Pressey, Ricky Pierce, Junior Bridgman, Terry Cummings. I know some like different years, but I'm just saying the talent that they had on them teams. Junior Bridgman. Who else they had? Jack Sickler one time. Terry Cummings. Randy Brewer, Paul McKeskey. They had Sidney Moncrief. They had some. Milwaukee always, and they always battled Philly and Boston, and they just lost. They always, those were the top three teams in the East back in the days. Milwaukee, Philly, and Boston. And Philly and Boston always just went to the finals. But Milwaukee always had good, so I don't look at them as like a franchise, like a dead-end franchise. They've always been like at least playoffs. Then they had Ray Allen, Big Dog, Sam Cassell, you know what I'm saying, Ben Baker. They always put together some teams. They didn't get over the top, but they always had some teams. So to sit there and say, oh, he should go to Miami. Miami for what? Miami for what? See, this is the problem we have where we teach the kid when things don't go right, run away. Oh, you ain't win, run away. That's corny. And I'm surprised coming from him because he come from a blue-collar city in Philadelphia. He in his mid-30s. And this is the problem we have in the NBA. Soon when things go rough, that's the mentality. Oh, he should leave. He should leave. The players ain't even start yet. You putting that bad energy in there. You putting that bad energy, and the players didn't even start yet. I think if the Milwaukee don't win it, they not favorite. So if they lose in the second round, he's supposed to leave because they might, you know, they don't have Dame. And then if they play Cleveland and Boston in the second round, Cleveland and Boston is going to be favorite over them. They're gonna play one of the other, Cleveland or Boston. I believe Cleveland they'll play in the second round if they make it to the second round. So to me, Cleveland should is favorite to beat them. So if they lose second round, it's like, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the thing. That's what I said. Media plays a part in why the NBA bad too. And the media quick to sit there and say, "Oh, the players don't do this." Y'all plays a part because every day, all y'all do is say who better between Jordan and LeBron. And then if you ain't talk Jordan, LeBron, you talk about, oh, who's the top 5 players in the NBA. That's all y'all talk about. Y'all don't just say, oh, this team is good, this player good. Oh, who's the face of the franchise? I can tell y'all conversations. It's LeBron and Jordan. Who's the top 5 players in the NBA? And who's the face of the NBA? That's it. They don't bring nothing to the table. They say this all the time. Who cares who the top 5 players in the NBA? At the end of the day, the NBA has a lot of good players that I enjoy watching. A lot of good players. The NBA has a lot of good players I enjoy watching. A lot. Who cares if you top 5, if you top 20, so what? You're still good. Top 20 players good. Like, okay, who cares? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what that means. And then what that means, who the face of the franchise. Let that happen. You could say it, but that's not, who cares at the end of the day. That's why if you feel, and this is the thing about the NBA, if you feel there's no real face of the franchise, promote teams, promote rivalries. This is why the NBA is like it is. They be like, oh, the NBA bad. It's bad because there's no rivalries in the game. None. It's no rivalries. Why? One of the main reasons people always switching teams. People switch teams too much. So you could never develop a rivalry. If your team make the playoffs 3 years in that conference, and let's say y'all play a team 1 year, let's say y'all play the team the first year, but don't play them the next year and play them the following year, both teams gonna look different. And within the 3 year span, you could play a team right now, and it could be a bloody war, right? You could play them this year, a bloody war. If y'all don't meet the next year, and then play that third year, it's gonna be a whole bunch of different players on both teams within a 3 year span. Within a 3 year span. So this is why the NBA is bad. Marcus Morris just got in the media, and now like he come with this. Giannis should leave. He should go to Milwaukee. He got no real go to Milwaukee. He's not a free agent. You know how can you how Miami, and this why I said people don't put good context and stuff. Miami ain't even have enough to get Dame. They didn't even have enough to get Dame. And now, you know what I'm saying? So how in the hell are they going to even have enough to get Jimmy Butler? They didn't even have enough to get Dame Lillard. Lance Smith, thanks, bro. Thanks for the super chat. Appreciate your super chat. Yeah, guys just be talking. You know what I'm saying? They just be talking because if they didn't have enough to get Dame, how's they gonna get Giannis? And Dame was in Portland. How are they gonna get Giannis? See, that's why I say talk. Y'all ain't even got two real okay, after Tyler Hero, you know he's gotta go in that trade. And who else y'all got in that trade? Y'all ain't got no high picks. Like, stop it. Stop it. It won't even happen. Like, you this pouring out stuff, man. Horizon, what up, bro? Yeah, I understand that. Dre, you said as a Heat fan, you agree. Like that's normal. That's normal. As a Heat fan, you definitely would want that. Like any fan to get a player like Giannis, you would say, that's normal. You know what I'm saying? I respect that coming from you. You know what I'm saying? But like realistically, like come on, man. Like come on. And then you only saying it because you just saying it. You only saying okay. If I'm Giannis, I want to go to Denver. Like you know what I mean? That's improving your chance of winning. At least you could go okay with Denver. They can definitely put a better package together than Miami. They have Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon. You know what I'm saying? Then he'd be going out west. You know what I'm saying? I respect it more if he say that. Man, if I'm honest, I want to go to Denver. I want to play with Jokic. Cause then it's all right. Denver, they got Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon. Oh, okay, cool. Now you getting somewhere. Not saying that would get it done, but I'm just saying. But to say Miami, Tyler Hero, like come on. He said if Jackson Hayes can't catch no lobs, can he at least get 20 rebounds? See, that's the thing. He can't do that. See, this is why I think people was underestimating this series because I think he gonna be took. I think they don't take him out the game. He said KD might end up in Miami before Giannis. He'll end up for Miami before Giannis, but I guarantee you now that Jimmy Butler not there, I guarantee you he Miami not gonna be a team he gonna want to go to. I guarantee that Miami not gonna be a team he gonna want to go to. You know what I'm saying? But I like Kevin Durant in Denver. If I think that's the perfect. I love Kevin Durant in Denver. I would love to see Kevin Durant in Denver next year. You start Michael Porter Jr., Zeke Naji, and Saric. I would love him in Miami. I mean in Denver. Kevin Durant in Denver. Because Kevin Durant can't be all that homeboy stuff because he's friends with somebody. Him and Jokic, they different. Let them, you know what I mean? It'd be strictly basketball. But I like him in Denver. I think him. I like him in Denver. I like him in Denver. I do. I like him in Denver. I think that's a perfect fit. I don't, and I think, and for Denver, I think that's the as far as Phoenix, I think that's a good package. Michael Porter Jr. You line him up, his age. You can line him up with. You can line him up with Devin Booker. He's a back to OKC. I think only way he go only way if OKC lose, I think everything. I think they're gonna be ultra aggressive. If they don't win the championship this year, even if they go to the finals, the only way I can see them like don't go super duper nuclear AWOL in their pursuit of Kevin Durant. If let's say they play Cleveland and it's a 7-game series, a tough, hard, a bounce here and there. They lost the game in the last minute of the game. I could see I could see they'll probably think okay they probably just try to tweak their team. But if don't go to the finals, or lose in the finals and it's kind of not close. Like they, let's say they lose in six, but the wins was kind of at like 10, 11, 12 points. The wins was kind of like where it's no threat. Where, put it this way, you have them games, you can't really describe it, but you have them games where in the series where, let's say they play Cleveland. I don't want to put Boston in the air. I do not want to put Boston in the air. So let's say they playing Cleveland, and let's say they playing Cleveland, and you could look at like they're not beating Cleveland. Like it's like, even though they win two games, like how the Lakers, perfect example, how the Lakers played Miami in the bubble. When the Lakers played Miami in the bubble, it was clear that the Lakers gonna win the championship. Like you saw that early on, like they can't do nothing with the Lakers. Miami can't do nothing with the Lakers. So if they play Cleveland in the finals and they can't, like, don't do nothing with Cleveland, and let's say the games that OKC win, it go down to the wire and OKC win nail biters, and the game they lose be 12, 13 points, I think they'd go hard then. I think the only way they don't go hard, if they win a championship, of course, then it's like, you won. Or it was a nail 7 game series and they lost on some fluky, or maybe they should have won, a ref blew the game for them. Things like that. He said in a perfect world he'd finish in Seattle. I don't think y'all gonna see Jimmy buckets. I think he'll be solid, but I don't think he's gonna be like how he can prove me wrong. Come on, we got 11 likes. Come on, man. 11 likes. Come on. 11 likes. Come on now. I think he could be solid. I think his average 20, but I don't think he'll be that dominant joint like he was. See, there's a difference. Like he still could put up good numbers, and I think he will put up good numbers. I think he is still average 20 points and be a good player, but I don't think he'll be dominant that with them 30s and just take over, dominate series like he dominated Drew Holiday when they played Milwaukee that time. He said Jimmy and Golden State feel like the Rockets in '95. I don't see that. I don't see Golden State. They don't have enough to win. I don't see it. I don't see it. They don't have that much offensive firepower. I don't see it. Because Kuminga, you can't count on him. And it's like Steph and Jimmy. And Jimmy always been like a... Steph would have to be... Go ham 90% of a playoff run. I mean, at ham, at a super high level, in order for them to win it. Out the whole playoffs, and you totality the 16 wins, let's say, because you said they got the 95 Houston vibe. Obvious, Houston won a championship, so I'm assuming that's where you're going with it. Order for them to do that, to have that Houston vibe in 95 and win the championship, he would have to be great, great. After you look at 16 games, 90% of the time, 14 out of 16, he had to be great. Carlos, what up? Thank you, Elder. Y'all see what Elder said? Y'all see what Elder said? I said that. Like people, is a difference. It's a difference. Warren, what up? You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Sean family, what up? If y'all hit the Cash App, I'll give you a shout out on the next video. I can't see it while I'm alive. I can't see it while I'm live, so or you can let me know here. You can buy your Rain. I just sent you a Cash App. He said the West is overrated. Elder Anthony said the West is overrated. Ronald, what up? Tyrone, what up? He said the West is overrated. He said the Celtics winning it again. He said he agree with Elder. You get beat up in the West. Why you said the West is overrated? Look at it like this. You saying the West is overrated, right? Let's take the West bottom team that's in the playoffs. Let's say a team like Sacramento. You put Sacramento in the East. You got Levine, Sabonis, and DeMar DeRozan. The West is not overrated. Levine, Sabonis, DeMar DeRozan. So offensively, they can play with the best of them. Because we know that last year the Kings had the best. I noticed a different team, but that they got majority of players there, but they had the best offense in history, just about. DeMar DeRozan, you got a big man, one. You got a center. You got a guard that, and Levine that could slice and dice and score, could get you 25. You got DeMar DeRozan, a guy in the playoff. That's what you want, a guy who gonna shoot mid-range jump shot, where they ain't gonna just live and die. That's just those three. Then off the bench, you got a guy to come off the bench who could change the game in Malik Monk. You got a guy that's tricky, will put you in the trick bag, and Keegan Murray, where he can give you a solid 15 points, and he could be like an X factor in the series. Then you got Valanciunas coming off the bench. You got a big man that Valanciunas could come off the bench and cause havoc. Like Sacramento, I'm gonna be honest. Let Sacramento play Indiana. That's a good series. Indiana's the fourth seed in the West. Indiana, the fourth seed in the West. Sacramento, Indiana be a goodie. Yeah, I got Kings beating Dallas. I said that, Elder. I said Kings beating Dallas. I said that. He said Kings is trash. You fail to realize now that all that they went through a lot. Now you can lock in on the playoffs. I think they could be dangerous, man. Anytime you could score in the playoffs, and then you could probably possibly play some. You could be dangerous. Oh shit, Monk out for 2 weeks. That hurts. That hurts. So if they that hurts. He said just went to the Kings in Indiana game. But they the fourth seed. Indiana, you could match Indiana with them. That's a good game. Indiana and Sacramento is a good game. That's a good game. You got Orlando teams like that, Chicago. Like, come on, come on. West is. You saying West over West is a much better conference than the East. He said it was a great game. Yeah, yeah. That's a those is like evenly matched teams. And what Sacramento's 10th, 9th, 10th? Come on, you got a bottom level team where they got three all-star level players. A bottom level team rolling out three all-star level players. That's a problem in the playoffs. He said the Pacers won, but they have to yell defense every time down the court to get the team going. He said they couldn't stop the Kings, DeMar DeRozan. You said it, but Zach LaVine, this is what I'm saying. People say that, say nobody want them, but they didn't they actually got a little bit better when Fox left. Then you got the NBA, you got all these coaches and general managers getting fired. It's crazy. All these coaches and general managers getting fired. And David Griffin got fired. I'm looking like how? He put together like what get me mad. This one I don't like what people do. They try to sit there and say, I think the Dyson Daniel thing was a bad thing. They needed a point like this. Let me break this down. This is why I hate when people do this stuff. Now, we all knew when Dyson Daniel was with the G League Ignite, that what he doing now, they say he's coming into college. Go back and look at his college joint. Go back and look at his college joint. Yeah, Joe Dumars, yeah. He from New Orleans. But Horizon, you 100% right, Horizon. You 100% right. Now, this is the thing why I hate what people do. Dyson Daniel had a hell of a year this year. Steals and everything. You know what I mean? Led the league in steals. But if you look at him coming out of college, David Griffin, number one, let's just say David Griffin, the guys he drafted. Guys he drafted. He drafted Zion, Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Dyson Daniel, Nikhil Alexander, Jackson Hayes, Z's Missy, and he's good. Jordan Hawkins. Now, if you're gonna evaluate a GM, this is how you do it. How and under them draft wise. Okay, they was good at drafting, right? They players panned out. They did a good job drafting. Okay, so now you say trades. Okay, who did they trade it for? Okay, so now you go back to what they need. They had wings for days. They trade Josh Hart for CJ McCollum, which was, you know what I mean, was good. What they needed, they wanted a veteran leadership. They did Josh Hart for CJ McCollum. You know what I'm saying? So boom, that was a good trade. So now you go Dyson Daniel. This will get me mad. They draft Dyson Daniel. Dyson Daniel on there would have never be able to crack that starting lineup and flourish like that. They already had guys like Herb Jones. They had too many guys there that was ahead of him as far as development, right? But they needed. Oh, you look at them. They needed a point guard, and they got the perfect point guard. A guy with size, where you could put him in the backcourt with CJ, because now he's 6'4". You could put him in the backcourt with CJ. You know what I'm saying? So now he gets you steals. He played. He do all that. Yes, he ended up getting hurt, but if you look at their team, they had just a bad year this year with injuries. They just had a bad year with injuries, man. That's all that was. Then you got Buzenholzer get fired. Like they paying. They had two guys that won championship recently, and within the last 5 years, they got fired. Buzenholzer and Frank Vogel. Yup. Kerr is the only championship coach. Kerr is the only championship coach. That's in the last 5 years still on his team. Yup, Elder. Yup. Yeah, Boston coach still, but he just won last year, and he just got there. He just won last year. He just won last year. Who I got in tonight's game? Which games? Who's played tonight? What 14s play tonight? He say like Golden State. Yeah, I kind of like Golden State. I just think that Memphis, um, it's gonna be a war. But I think Memphis mentally, I just don't like where mentally. I just don't like Memphis. This 7 to 8 play tonight. Yeah, that's smart. I like how they did that. Let 9 or 10 play later. Yeah, this way they can have a clear view of what's going on. I like uh I like Atlanta. I think Trey Young gonna come up big. I like Atlanta. I think Trey Young gonna come up big. So I like Atlanta and Golden State. If I had to bet my money, my heart, I say Memphis and Atlanta. But my money, I just don't trust Memphis. But I like Memphis more than Golden State, but I don't trust Memphis. But Memphis, reason why, because but one thing I like about Memphis, they're gonna claw though. Memphis gonna claw. I like how the NBA did that. You know what I'm saying? Let the 7 and 8 play now. Let the 7 and 8 get that out the way. Now, once 7 and 8 come, you know automatically we got two teams that's in. We got let's say Golden State in. Okay, so Golden State gonna play Houston. Okay, Atlanta gonna play Boston. You know what I'm saying? Now we got like some clarity on some spots instead of doing it, mixing it up. You know what I'm saying? Now all we have to do is worry about the next year. Who y'all like tonight? He said the NBA has its flaws, but it's good. To me, it's not good basketball. It's not. It's not. See, maybe to you. See, I don't know. See, I can't. I don't like the because sometimes it's an age difference and a watchability difference. Like you don't. Y'all don't know how special rivalries is. Elder could tell you. Elder could tell you, boy. It's nothing like a rivalry, man. There's nothing like a rivalry. Y'all guys missed that. A lot of you guys missed that. A rivalry is big. I'm running home and watch that. A rivalry where teams don't like each other and you know they're gonna get after it. Ain't no friends, no love lost. Y'all missed that. That's why I said I'm blessed to see that, man. That Lakers in Boston. Why you think they got so much? I be seeing documentaries. Like you ain't gonna have that now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna have that now because teams switch up so much. You can imagine if let's say four teams in the West, 4 or 5 teams in the West, oh, like for years, like 5 or 6 of their players been on the same team, 4, 5 teams in the East the same way, and you building something where these guys been teammates for years, they've been together for a while, and they haven't, uh, you know, playing keep seeing teams in the playoffs. You see a team in the play a couple of times, it should be on. Everybody too friendly. Everybody too friendly. Everybody. Everybody got they. It's not like they like this. This my house. I love it. They don't embody that city. It's not like that. Especially teams that's not big market teams. So we better than the Clippers. He say like Atlanta and Memphis. One thing I do like about it, I think it's going to be some good games today. I hope it be some real tough. I hope they really get after it tonight. I hope it be real chippy fighting, which I think I like because you got a guy like I like the Golden State Memphis because Draymond gonna bring the action and gonna bring the noise, and Zach Edey ain't no punk. And then you got Ja Morant. They just played them with Ja Morant shot. It's gonna be tonight. Gonna be good. Tonight gonna be good. That Warriors and that Warriors game gonna be crazy tonight. That Warriors Memphis game gonna be crazy. I like Sacramento beating Dallas. I think they got too much firepower in Dallas. So then they got big men too. They got big men too. They got Sabonis and they got Valanciunas. You're right. I ain't realized that. You're right. K and I ain't never think about that. K and Jalen Green, they kind of not rock with each other. They get after it, and the Thompson twins on both teams. Yeah, I never saw that. Yeah, I like Atlanta. I think Trey gonna be too much. I like Trey. I think Trey gonna go in his bag tonight. I'm expecting a big game from Trey. But the thing Orlando have, they got two guys, and Pablo. I don't see nobody on Atlanta stopping Pablo, and Franz Wagner could get off. Jalen is inconsistent. But those two things there, I think that's the thing right there. Matt, what up, Matt? I just think Trey gonna show out, and I think they're gonna have like little. And I think guys like Terrence Mann gonna come to play. Um, um, Karis LeVert. I think they role players gonna be just good enough. Dyson Daniel, you know what I'm saying? I just think they're just gonna be just enough to squeeze it in. But I like yeah, we definitely could do a show, Elder. Is that I had to take my I'm gonna do it this week. My computer to I take my computer to the cut the speaker. Remember how that sound? I have to get the speaker fixed in the computer because it's making a noise. So we definitely could do that. We could go live. I'm gonna do that. I ain't gonna be able to do it today. Tomorrow, Thursday, I'll be able to do it Thursday. Cause tomorrow we got the beat. Let's have to do it early. Yeah, I could probably do it tomorrow. I'll drop it off early. Yeah, we definitely could do that. Get it in. Ain't no question. Yeah, but yeah. What time it is? Yeah, let me go handle my business. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Like, comment, subscribe. LB, see ya.